What's going on, guys? Dwayne Burns here. I'm at Embassy Suites out down in El Segundo, California. My grandmother just passed away, so I'm getting ready to go to her service in a couple moments here. I promised you guys that I was going to be shooting this video in regards to what habits it takes to become a top earner in network marketing. So very shortly here, I'm going to be telling you exactly what it takes, what habits are necessary in order to become a top earner. So let me just grab a chair. We're going to sit down and talk for a bit. Okay, hold on. So here we are. We're down in Southern California right now. I want to talk to you guys about what habits actually create top earners in the network marketing industry. And I'm getting ready to give you what I've learned from my mentors over the years, and I'm going to give you some of the unspoken rules of the game of money, the game of life, that are going to propel you forward if you're in the network marketing arena. Okay, now oftentimes when people get started in network marketing, they're under the impression that in order for this opportunity to be worth it for them, that they need to start making money right away. You know, typically you get distributors started and 30 days, 60 days into the program, they're expecting to be making a large sum of money. Now, one of the things that actually creates, one of the habits that creates a top earner in this industry is your ability to understand the phases of learning that create mastery in any area of your life, not just in network marketing, right? So the first thing I want to share with you today about becoming a top earner in the network marketing industry is understanding how important it is to go through the apprenticeship phase, right? And during the apprenticeship phase, you're going to be learning the skills that you need in order to become a master of a craft. You see, just like anything else, the ability to build huge downlines of teams and efficiently continue to bring new members on board and teach them to have success, that is an actual skill set in and of itself. And it's a makeup of much smaller unspoken skills that you learn, not by just being told, but by actually building experiences in the business that teach you the unspoken rules that go into being a master, right? It's interesting because just like any other profession in the world, basketball, soccer, network marketing, any profession, there's always going to be unspoken rules in the game that aren't going to be able to be told to you. You directly have to experience them in order to get past that phase, right? So one of the things that I want to share with you is understand that you're going to need to become an apprentice, a student of the game, okay? There are no shortcuts in terms of experience. Experience does more for you than just watching a new video or reading that book. Experience is actually getting out in the field, making mistakes, and finding out what works and what doesn't work. Because when you just read books and you just watch videos, all you really get, you get the big picture, but you don't get the small, minute differences that separate the masters from the rookies. You see, the difference between people that are making, $100,000 a year and people that aren't making any money, there's actually not that much of a difference. It's the very small, unspoken rules of the game that make the major difference in the end, okay? Now, number two, one of the things that creates a top earner in network marketing is building a personal brand, right? And a lot of people don't talk about this, but oftentimes people get caught up promoting their company, right? They promote their company logo, they promote their company leaders, right? But if you're building a business that you want to be sustainable, that has longevity, you need to build a personal brand, which means that people need to get involved because they can relate to you as opposed to relating to your company product or compensation plan. That is very, very important, because if you're depending solely upon your company, it is very, very easy for you to either lose your downline to another company. You're gonna have certain issues when it comes to competition, as opposed to people getting involved because they like you and they trust you and your opinion, right? You want to develop a sphere of influence, an audience of people that watch you because they can relate to your story and the way that you put things together to help them understand so that they can build their businesses up higher, right? Number three, one of the habits that makes you a top earner is the ability to keep your thinking long term. You know, oftentimes people get started, and all in all, if they were to keep going, you know that they were going to be successful, but their way of thinking and not being able to keep their mental capacity thinking long term, it really is a mind-boggling, hurtful thing. Because remember this, I'll ask this to somebody, because one of the programs I'm involved in, you know, each of your customers are worth about $100 a month, right? So if you know your customer's worth $100 a month, and you're recruiting, maybe let's say you're only recruiting 1 or 2 members a month, right? Now, it doesn't seem like very much short term, right? But if you can develop enough skill to develop 500 customers over the next 5 years, you are potentially building a business that's going to pay you $50,000 a month in 5 years, right? And if people knew that if they were to just stay the course, that they'd have a $50,000 a month business in 5 years, wouldn't that opportunity still be worth it, right? So if you're involved in network marketing, you're wondering what kind of habits does it take to be a top earner? Your ability to think long term plays a huge role in what you become. I don't know any basketball player, doctor, soccer player, football player that became a master of the craft in 1 or 2 years. You look at people like Stephen Curry, right? He's been very good. He's been talented since day one, right? But when you get to that 8-9 year role inside of whatever industry or whatever craft you're trying to master, that's when you start to see mastery in action, because he stayed the path, right? He didn't say, well, I'm going to be the best basketball player the first day I step on the court in the NBA, right? He said, I'm going to wait my turn, and after 10 years, after I've put in the hours of practice, that is when I'm going to be a master of the craft. Now, the next thing that I believe makes a top earner in the network marketing industry, right, is your ability to remain humble, right? And the reason why I say remaining humble, because humbleness allows you, I might actually, you know what? I don't even want to use the word humble. I'm going to use the word inferior. I mean that kind of inferiority, like when you're a kid and your parents take care of you, right? You have you feel inferior because you feel as though everybody is ahead of you. And your ability to keep your mindset at a place where you stay inferior so that you can continue to learn and grow, that is what produces top earners in the industry. Every 6- and 7-figure earner that I've ever talked to, they still look at themselves as students of the game. They're constantly learning, right? So one of the worst things that you can do for yourself is to get to a position where you feel like you can't learn anything else because you know it all already. Once you've done that, you are stagnating your growth, and you're unable to develop into the higher levels of a business, because you're saying that you know it all already. And that goes for any aspect of life. So those are just a few quick tips. Sorry, my nose is running. Those are just a few quick tips that I believe create a network marketing professional, right? Is being able to think long term, which is very important, understanding the apprenticeship phase and being able to stick to it, okay? And then your ability to keep that inferiority complex, where you understand that you need to constantly be learning if you're going to be able to stay on top of the game, even after you've developed the necessary skills to have a profitable business, right? And another thing that I want to share with you guys about, and this is super important, that creates a top earner in this industry, is going to be your ability to just, how can I explain this? Okay, give me a minute, guys. I want to find the right words to say to explain this. Another thing that makes a top earner in this industry is pretty much your ability to help others, right? But your ability to efficiently duplicate the success that you experience. A lot of people are pouring water into a barrel with a hole at the bottom, meaning they can get people in their programs, but they can't get people that are in their programs to stay. And the reason why I feel like that is if you constantly worry more about yourself than your team, when your team is the people, right? Your power is with the people. When your people have success, you begin to have success. So you being able to create duplication, being able to create success is a major key to becoming a top leader in the network marketing profession. Duplication, very important. right? They always say it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates. It doesn't matter how many sales you can make, it matters how many sales you can help other people make using your methods, okay? Now, those are just a few quick tips on becoming a network marketing professional. I hope I see you guys on my next video. I hope that you got massive value from this video. If so, please share it with your friends. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I have to attend a funeral right now. My grandmother passed away, as I told you earlier in the video. After this video is over, I wanted to retouch on this topic. I'm just gonna label it part 2 because I have a couple of other things that I want to share with you about what it takes to be a top earner in network marketing. Thanks for watching. Bye.